it's so important for people to even hear the fact that you're saying, like, I don't have a business plan. I just like go with it. And the fact that you say you didn't think it was going to turn into something.
Yes.
Because I think with YouTube and stuff now, people are like, how do I start a business?
Yes.
And it's someone saying, oh, well, you need to come up with a business plan. And you need to do this and you need to do that. And sometimes it's like, no, it's okay to fumble your way through it. And find your way.
I actually ChatGPT'd the other day how to build a business plan. I read through and I was like, Jesus.
Too much work.
He'd have to do that.
How are you, Lovie? How are you getting on? Welcome back to another episode where today we've got a very special guest joining us from the now famous 2210 Patisserie. She is the queen of gorgeous bakes and books, and I cannot wait to chat to her about her journey, her treats, everything in between. Una Leonard, how are you, Lovie?
Hello. Thank you very much for having me on, guys.
So, Una, just for anyone who's listening who might not know who you are, just give us a little quick kind of synopsis of Una Leonard in 2210.
Isn't that the hardest thing ever, that question?
Selling yourself. Sell.
Like, as an Irish person, you're kind of like, well, I'm just like a girl that does a bit of baking and that's it.
Much more than that.
I have a bakery in Mullingar. I have another one in Powers Court in Dublin, and I am just about to publish my second cookbook.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's funny, Una, because I feel like we would both have a very similar way of looking back at COVID in terms of it was quite good to us.
Yes.
So like for me, like my online stuff, because everyone was at home at a loose end, nothing to do. My Instagram kind of took off during that time.
Yeah.
And I know at the same time, you kind of, did you set up 2210 around then?
No, so 2210 is 10 and a half years. We're 10 and a half years in business now. But at the time, we had a cafe and I was just after opening it. It was probably about 6 months. We were after expanding into a new space. And then COVID came and I knew that I was not going to just like sit around and do nothing. I don't think I've ever not done anything. So that was when we literally turned everything online. So we started selling boxes of brownies and sending them around Ireland. So with that, we were like posting everything on Instagram and showing the journey of like literally transitioning a business from something it was to something it is still now. But we were doing our bake-alongs.
Yes.
And you came on for one of the bake-alongs.
Yeah.
So the story behind that was my mum, she has cancer. But at the time I was bringing her to all of her appointments, we were in our little bubbles and I was her person that was able to bring her to all of her appointments. So every Wednesday we'd go up to the Martyr and she would go in for her appointments and I'd be sitting in the car and I would start chatting and I'd start selling. So I used to do all my website stuff on a Wednesday and put everything online to sell, and knowing at 6 o'clock that evening it would go live. And I mean, we could not, every week the website just kept crashing on us and crashing on us. So this was just become a thing that we were sending brownies around the country. So but we started the fundraising for the Irish Cancer Society and started doing the bake-alongs, which were massive and people really supported them and got involved in them. And we had some brilliant guests like yourself. So yeah, they were brilliant.
Yeah, well, you were brilliant. Not in the kitchen.
I
got a text. I was upstairs and I got a text being like, he is looking for, and I was like, they're like, go down and help him. I'm like,
We'd
no.
friends watching along being like, he cannot find a spatula.
Was it a spatula? I think it was a sieve. It was a sieve.
Whichever,
he was looking
spatula,
for. Was it a
sieve, same
sieve?
thing.
Do you know what?
Or maybe it was a
You
spatula.
entertained us endlessly because I was like, does he actually live in this house? Because he,
I didn't know where any of this stuff was.
I was like, he obviously doesn't do anything in that kitchen.
Do you remember, Ash, the first day? Because we were aware of you, Una, from following you online.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think in like 2FM at one point, like some of your treats had turned up.
Yes,
So I was
they
well
did.
aware of who you were. But do you remember my first day where I ever met Una?
No, you'll have to remind me about that.
So the first day I met you, Una, you were going down to Mullingar to look at wedding dresses, right?
Oh, yes. We had a kitchen on the second floor of our coffee shop.
Yeah.
And now, I shouldn't
She
be
heard
saying
your
this,
voice, I
but
thought,
this kitchen is, I'm going to miss it so much because if you left the window open slightly, you could hear everybody that was walking around. So we used to leave the windows open all the time to hear all the goss. And everyone would sit outside the front of the shop and they'd be sitting having their chats and everything. It was lovely. But anyway... I could hear this voice and I was like, oh, that's really familiar. And I looked out the window and this was you.
Carl Mullan.
And I was looking out the window being like, hi.
I was filming the front of 2210 to be able to put like Ave Maria to it, to be like, I'm finally here.
Yeah.
Because it was on my hit list of places to go. But I remember then just the window, they're like these sash windows, I think.
Yeah.
And it just went, and you were just like, Carl, what's the crack?
Yeah,
You were like
yeah.
No, guys.
Maria von Trapp hanging out the window.
And I never shout out that window, but I actually got such a fright and such a shock. But also, I must have been in real good humour because I was jumping out that window. I was like, hold on, I'll be down in a second.
No, listen, Una, if anyone hasn't tried any of your kind of bakes and treats and stuff, I swear to God, there are things that I've had from 2210 that are borderline religious experiences.
Yes, yeah.
There's one of them in particular.
Oh, I know what you're going to say because you like it. It's the Kinder cookie crumble.
Sweet
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
Mary and
You had
Joseph.
an issue with them for a while, didn't you? It was kind of, it was getting.
There. And even you also you used to sell tubs of Kinder
Yeah.
Whip.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Still do.
Will you start? You need to start doing. Can I say something? A pistachio whip.
We have it.
Do you have a pistachio whip?
We only have it in the last since we moved into the new shop, so we're only in there 3 weeks. So it's 3 weeks.
Right. Thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Well, that's
Lovely.
actually a good question. As someone who runs a bakery,
Mm.
is it the type of thing where you always have to be? Because Dubai chocolate is the
Yes.
big thing at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah.
So is
With the
this.
pistachio, you
Yeah.
have to always be like trying to innovate and come up with something new.
Oh, completely. Like you
Yeah.
need to be on the trends all of the time because people are coming in looking for them, and if they're not getting them off you, they're going to get them off somebody else.
Yes.
So you want to be that person that has them. But then you also don't want to jump on everything. Like if you look at pistachio now, like we don't do a massive amount of it. As beautiful as it is and tasty as it is, it's extremely expensive.
Expensive.
Like
Yes,
so
yeah.
there's only a certain amount of it that you can put on the counter without losing out.
Yes,
Like, you want to be
yes.
able to have it and have it available within your prices that you have, but like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous the price of it. Like you
Yeah,
see
no,
bars
it
there.
is, yeah.
Is it like what price is for a bar of
Oh,
pistachio?
easily a
With a
tenner.
pistachio, yeah.
Easily,
It's
if not
crazy.
more.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's crazy.
crazy.
What's
Yeah.
the next trend? What's the newest thing?
What is the next thing? See, almond croissants aren't leaving. I think we're getting more back into like cinnamon buns, but loads of different flavors of them.
Okay.
So we've done one recently. It was like garlic and bacon one. So
That would be-
tasty.
Well, because Una also made our fabulous wedding
Yes.
cake, and Una had to do it as much lactose free as she could. But after the second child, Ayla, I'm allergic to garlic, like airway closing, EpiPen.
Oh no!
It's like tragic,
oh my.
It
and it's not going away. It's tragic.
literally one day became allergic to
Sorry,
garlic.
how did you find this out?
So there was a trajectory of
Of it,
kind
yeah.
of it came along
Incidents.
and then it just went after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was born the August, and then Carl's sister was away with us, and we had an incident. Had to pull over in a road.
no, stop.
Yeah. Few
That's
times.
wild.
Yeah. And then after
well then
Christmas,
just a
then
bacon
airway
one.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just
And
get a
maple.
bacon
yeah,
one.
yeah, bacon and maple is
yeah.
good as well. Yeah.
Just while you're talking about almond croissants, can I quickly mention we will go
Oh,
back to the
yes.
book, but she has easy to make almond croissants.
Yeah.
So
So
from
it's like you
scratchy.
just do the mix and you
Yes.
you buy your croissants because nobody has time to be making the croissants
Yes.
from scratch, and then you know how to put them together from there.
Isn't
and
that
you can,
fantastic?
You can actually have them pre-made and leave them in the freezer, which I do because when my sisters come over, they're always looking for fresh almond croissants. So I
That
have them
is
and just pop them into the
amazing.
oven or into the air fryer.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? I saw, and she has like, so there's almond croissants. What else did you? Sorry, I did have a quick. I had a quick. But tell me about.
Oh, cookie croissants. There's cookie
Okay,
croissants
see,
in it
there's
as
a
well.
lot,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's loads of bits in there.
Yeah.
I love the way you're looking at us as if you're going to be making them, and I seen you in that kitchen. And you're not
Carl,
going to.
it's not Carl. It is not Carl.
He still
Let's
doesn't
be
know where the
honest.
spatula is.
No, he
Like
doesn't.
it's not there.
Well, he knows what the cups are in the kettle.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
yes.
And
yeah.
it was a good cup of tea as
Yeah.
well. So we'll
I'm
give
the
you that
tea
much.
maker
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
house. Right, so okay, we've given a good, nice bit of background anyway.
Yeah.
Long story short, an entrepreneur who runs an incredible kind of patisserie.
Yes,
That's
it's
what she
fabulous.
is. Tell us about the new book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the book, so I started, where the idea came from it. So you can write as many books as you want, but in my mind, you have to be in the right place to write a book and you have to have a good idea behind a book. Like we can throw recipes at anything and we can put them out there as much as we can. But for me, there always has to be meaning behind everything that you do. So anyway, for me, it was last November, and I could have wrote a book the year before that. I think it's been 3 years since my last book. So it was November time, and again, my mum, she really features in this book because she's a massive part of it and she's the reason behind it. But we were up in the matter again and she was getting treatment. We were going through a really, really rough time with her treatment at the time. But this lady walked into she was getting some chemotherapy as well, but she was really, really happy. And we were like, this is so odd. You don't see that in
When you
them
walk into those,
in
yes,
them
yeah.
wards, but like you can pick up on someone's energy straight away. So anyway, she sat into the seat beside Mum. And the both of them were hooked up to their chemotherapy or whatever. And we just kind of looked over and she had a little smirk on her face and she was mad to talk to somebody. And we were like, hi, how's your day going? Like, we knew kind of by looking at her that it was probably her last treatment, and she was delighted that she was after finishing up her round.
Right.
And
Okay.
she confirmed that for us then. She was like, I'm on my last one, I'm done. And she was just so happy to be getting through it. But her and Mum sat there and they actually spoke about like what she wanted, what she was looking forward to when she was finished the chemo and how she was going to celebrate.
Right.
And I've never experienced something so simple. All she wanted was to be able to have like a jam sandwich or sit down and have a bun or have a cup of tea without the iron taste. And I was like, these are all of the really, really simple things that we do and we have around our tables every single day without even knowing that we're so privileged to have it. And Mum was speaking about all of the foods she misses and how over the 8 years of her chemotherapy that the little things, but she still makes the apple tarts for us because she wants us to have the experience, and she still does this. But even the smell of foods and everything. This conversation went on for so long, and I was like, the power of food and the power of sitting around a table and the power of like celebrations that don't need to be a celebration as such a birthday or a christening or whatever. It can be literally just sitting around a table. And I was like, that's what my book is going to be about. It's going to be simple bacon or simple like salads or simple whatever it is, but the whole essence of it is to actually have your favorite people around the table and be able to enjoy
Bring
it.
people together. Like, so she has like, I had a quick look and there's sausage rolls, like it's fab. It's really good. It's a really good idea.
And when I was writing it was like, how do I put this into chapters, because it's not such a savoury cookbook or it's not a bacon cookbook. It's like the first chapter is like Sunday mornings or whatever you'd have like when your friends come over and you might throw a few of that bacon together. And then the next chapter is like when I'm going to a party or if I'm going to a birthday and going to my sister's house, I'll bring 2 or 3 bowls of salad with me and someone else will bring something else. So it's like definitely putting a chapter in for that, because
so it's called Bring a Bowl, which is fantastic.
And then you have like other chapters that like when Mum would have us at home, you'd definitely have an apple tart, or you'd have like these little cheesecake buns. If we pulled enough weeds when we were kids, we'd get a bun at the end of the day. And these were all the simple moments that I was like, that's what the book is about. I don't know if everybody will get it.
But it's done very well. And then you have a section like for lucky dips for like her sauces. And it's quite, sorry, just for, I've literally had 2 minutes looking at it. I was like, it's just, but already it's eye catching and it draws you to like watch you. Like that, it's bringing people together. It's like Shiva, isn't that what Shiva is what some people would call it.
But then we, at the very end, the very last chapter, so if you got through the whole book and you're able to do everything in it, there's a way of how, or I show you how to decorate a cake, like an actual proper cake, like the hybrid chocolate drip cakes that I do in the bakery,
your
like the really
shards,
fancy ones.
There's that,
so there's like, everything is really simple and easy, and then you get to the last chapter and it's like, give it a go and see how you get on.
No, but I love that, Una. Like, that is something that probably in like today's society where it's all so convenience based, we actually probably have lost the joy attached to food. Not that it's maybe the joy attached to food is the wrong way to put it, but like the joy of a celebration around food. And I think having that at the heart of something is really a lovely thing, because growing up, I know like Sunday dinner was a huge thing in our house. And I remember even as a kid, sometimes you'd be like, especially when you're getting to teenage years, it'd be like, oh, I want to stay out with my mates. Whereas now as a dad, I'm like, I completely see why that was such a thing for mum and dad and how important it was. And again, it was just like spending time as a family and celebrating over food. I just think that's really nice.
But you don't realise, and it's hindsight, it's all of these things that you look back on being like, how privileged were we? And I mean, when we were growing up, we had nothing. Like I remember there was Christmas going through and we had St. Vincent de Paul vouchers. Like it's not that we had a whole load of money to be able to buy all the best of the best. We didn't need that, and I never even noticed any of that. But Mum always made sure that there was something home baked, there was something on the table, there was something that we had, and like I didn't realise that not everybody got that. I thought that was so normal. Like now, even if you land down to our house, I don't know where she does it, but she pulls apple tarts. Like there is one story that goes around, I actually think I wrote it in the book, and she's like, why did you do that to me? But there was a family members that landed to our home place, And we were like, oh God, there's nothing for them. And Mum would never buy sweet things, so she'd always have something baked. And we were like, no, there's definitely not. And we checked all the presses and everything. We were like, just sit down, have your cup of tea and you'll be grand and that'll be it. Next minute she lands up with an apple tart and we were like, where did she get that? She had it down in the dresser of the bed to make sure none of us got it.
No way.
She landed off with it. She
Hilarious.
started. She had baked them that morning and put them down to the room so we wouldn't get them.
That is so funny. That is brilliant.
But
she was so clued into you guys as well. She was like, I have to hide this. Yeah.
No, she knew well. But that's it. Like our table could tell so many stories, and so that's what the whole essence of
there is one thing that your mum, this is how quick I scan read. The Christmas story, the one thing that she doesn't bake.
We have this issue every year. So my birthday's on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I've literally found that. Yeah.
Right. And there's a recipe in the book and it's Mam's Baked Alaska, which she's very, very famous for. And her 3 favourite other children that she makes it for their birthday every single year, they get that. So my 2 sisters and brother get that gorgeous cake or whatever one they want really. And then it comes around to my birthday and she always forgets because it's so busy in the morning. So at a certain stage, I don't even know what age I was, she decided that Christmas runs up until 3 p.m. and my birthday runs from 3 p.m. onwards.
Okay.
Because she knew that she just was never going to remember my birthday first thing in the morning. And she would always run and she'd always have a log in the press from one of the supermarkets and she'd lash it out and put a few candles in it and think I was okay with that.
Cake. Yeah.
That is gas.
As you can imagine, I'm so not impressed at all.
I know, but it's like it's more. It's good that she still does the thought of it, though. I know you said she always forgets.
No, it takes her to 3 o'clock in the day.
Because Carl's sister, her birthday is the 23rd. Emma, her birthday is the 23rd of December, and when we first got together, Carl was like, "I just like stick her birthday present and her Christmas present together." I was like, "No. Sorry, what?" So. God love her, Emma. She had 26 years of her brother doing that.
You did.
And then
Emma's sitting beside us here, helping us record this, looking at me, being like, yeah.
No, Emma.
He would shove the 2 of them together. I was like, you cannot do that.
You know, it can't be as bad as my godfather. So I, as a young child, stood up one year and I was like, I'm done with this. I want 2 presents because it's my birthday and Christmas. But I see that my sisters and brothers are also getting 1 present and I'm getting 1 present. So just this the last year of it. I want 2 presents next year. So the following year I actually did get 2 presents, but it was the tops of the pyjamas wrapped and the bottoms of the pyjamas wrapped. So it was the same present. And I was pulling I was like, no way.
That is
no.
clever.
I was like, that's worse. I was
that's so clever. Brilliant.
It's gas though. Like listening to you talk there, Una, it makes so much sense that you would write a book that's about bringing people together because it's so obvious how family orientated you are and how important all of that is. Like, that's all channeled into your business now.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like even we just opened a new premises, a massive space. It's an old bank building. So we were renovating that for the last 7 months or so. But in the space, and not everybody is getting my idea, but in the space I have these big massive tables because I just love going into a place where you can share a space with somebody and you're having your coffee or you're having your pastry or whatever it is and you don't know who you're going to be sitting beside and you don't know who you're going to have the conversation with or that. So I brought that into that space. Well, now there is seats that you can have by yourself as well, but like I love that. I'm like, it's just share it. Like you don't need to sit on your own or you don't need to like keep it to yourself.
It gives you a medium to meet new people as well. That's the thing and share stories like that's that's what you're trying to create.
Favourite things about obviously now going with the kids, it's very different. But like when we used to go on holidays together, my favourite thing was, okay, what holiday mates are we going to make?
Yeah.
Be sitting by the pool and then you get chatting to someone and then you're like, you end up going, oh, well, we go for a drink later or whatever. And it's the random people that you come across.
Meet.
But that's it. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Like, that's what I love. And for me, that's what food is. And like, even when I began baking or cooking or whatever it was always that instance of like, everybody sitting around and tasting it and trying it and like kind of looking being like, oh, is it okay, is it not okay? And most times it wasn't okay, but we got better and better. But like that was what I always loved. It was the joy of actually bringing people together with food. So I was like, this is what we need to do this time.
How's the new spot working?
Oh,
2010 Patisserie is in Mullingar, for those of you who do not know.
Yes, so we have our big headquarters in Mullingar, I'm calling it. So we just moved into a massive space, but we do have another small shop in Paris Court, but this is different. Okay. So we went from like about a 10 seater to what's going to be about 115 seater.
Wow, okay.
And it's over 3 floors. It's probably one of the biggest buildings in Mullingar and it's directly across from the Joe Dolan statue. So it was a massive undertaking. But I must say, like, from the moment I stepped into it to view it, like in January, I just had this feeling that it was the right place at the right time. And I never actually I didn't find any of it stressful. I actually really enjoyed the whole bringing it together and getting the doors opened. And then the doors opened, and then you realise that not everybody, like, everybody has their own idea of what they want a coffee shop to be.
Yes, yeah.
And how they want it to flow and how they want it to work and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm in the stage, because we're only 3 weeks in now, that I'm kind of like a little bit deflated, because I'm like, oh, why can't you all not see my idea? And like 99% of people do, but then
it's the ones that you hear when you're like, oh,
yeah. And you try and put the best out there, and you're like being as positive as possible, and we're hiring so many amazing people, and we're building a team, and there's so much behind like running a business like that as well. But I'm so proud of it. I love it. And I'm just so grateful that like the team that we brought up from our smaller store, they're settling in, and they're actually starting
and
to
they're enjoying it.
Yes,
Okay, good.
So it's coming together, and you can see it coming together. And I know in like a couple of weeks' time, we're all going to be like, oh, where did that time go?
Like, and it's flying by as well. I'd say. Yes,
no, it is like it's the dream. Like it is the dream.
Fantastic.
The growth you've had though over the last few years has been phenomenal. So I know that there'll be people who are like entrepreneurs listening in, and whatever their business is, but I think you're a really good reference point, because like you're completely self-made, and you obviously dream big.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's anyone out there and they're kind of trying to start something up, like what would be the advice you'd have, or what are things that you've learned along the way? You're like, oh, I wish I knew this, or I wish I changed that.
So the one thing that I'm going to say that probably sits with me mostly is I don't have a business plan. It's all in my head. So like I always like dream big, like you said, and then it happens and I'm like, oh my God, did that actually happen? But I'm constantly on to the next thing. But with that, I am not financially driven. So I'm not looking at spreadsheets being like, oh, we have to sell this amount, we have to do this amount. For me, it's very people driven. And I'm like, if I have a happy team, if I have happy customers, if I have a really good product, if I can like start developing and creating again, if I'm involved in all of that, the other will follow. And like our accountants will look after that and make sure that works. And like we're lucky that we are running a really successful business like that. And that's off the marker of the fact that I want everything else to be working. It's a passion project. It's something that I absolutely love doing. Like every single day I go in there and I'm like, how is this what I get to do? Like it's something
you do seem really, like anytime I follow you online, you're so appreciative and like you spill joy out.
Yeah, no,
I love
that you
it.
really like,
do.
I love it. Like it's still like one of those things being like, is this actually what I do? Like, is this is this what I get to do? And like you're surrounded with the people that you choose to be surrounded with.
Yeah.
Like, where do you get to do that in life? Like I spend, I'm going to say 80-90% of my time in work, and I have chosen everybody that's around me.
Like, no, that's true.
And it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah. I can't believe that that's nearly the way it works for you, in terms of like you focus on really enjoying what you're doing, and then the output follows.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of rule 101 in like radio or in podcasting or anything like that. Something where it's like performative. It's like if you're enjoying what you're doing, it will translate.
Yes.
And it's mad to think that actually applies to
you, like,
something that involves food as well.
Yes.
But like if someone came to me with a spreadsheet at the end of every week and that was what I was meant to get excited about, I wouldn't be doing business.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like I got a message off my account. She's like, did you look at them? I'm like, yeah. And she was like, it's really good month. And I was like, yeah. Like I actually didn't look at them, but I presume it is a really good month. Anyone that's actually in business and listening to this and be like, oh, your one is absolutely losing it. But I did hire better than me, so I do trust them, and I know that like they're what they do is brilliant. Like I don't need to worry about all of that.
So you've got the book coming out, the new premises. What's next? Like, what's ahead for Una?
What's next? So straight away, so when we opened the new premises, we had phase 1. So there is 5 phases to open within that premises. So phase 2 is going to be happening over the next 3 weeks, and we're opening a home interior kind of section to the business.
Okay.
I love home interior.
Well, sorry. Well, this is part of the reason why I follow Una.
Yeah.
Not just, I don't follow the 22. I do follow 2210, but I also follow Una, and I love even the new style of the style of the new premises is fab. Her house is fab.
Yeah,
like I'm designing my kitchen already.
Yeah, anything got to do with home interiors. I have like I'm going to say a bit of a quirky style, and it's not for everybody, but nobody's style is for everybody.
Yes.
And I just love it. I found a love for, like, I knew I always enjoyed it a couple of years ago. I knew that it was something that I really wanted to get into at some stage. And then when this space came up, and the minute I saw it, I was like, oh, I walked through it. So I'm a real visual person.
Yeah.
So when I walked through that old building, which was damp and falling apart and absolutely disgusting, I could visualize how I wanted it to look. So even when we were working with the builders and the project throughout the whole thing, like I didn't have any drawings. I didn't have any board of what everything was going to look like. I picked the main colours, put it on the wall, and I was like, paint it like that. And they were like, are you sure?
Yes.
I was like, yeah, 100%.
You could see it in your head.
Yeah. And then my woodwork guy, Dermot, like, he's worked with me plenty of times, so he knows how I work. Like, he literally sketched out the bits on the wall on how I wanted things to look. And I was like, yeah, that's it. I can see it. It'll all fit in perfect.
Right.
So that's how I work. I'm really visual.
Yeah.
So with that, and we were doing home interiors, I can never find what I like. I can see it in America and I can see it everywhere else. And I'm like, I can't find what I really love.
So it has to be bespoke, is what you're saying?
Well, it has to be very. I want to keep it authentically what I like. I'm not going to go very modern with like the home interior side of things, because it's not me. I wouldn't enjoy it, and again, I have to be able to like sell something that I love myself.
Yeah.
So that's what, and I'm really enjoying. I'm in the buy-in stages. We done a buy-in trip already earlier in the year, and we're just looking at everything and seeing everything. And I want everything.
Genuinely, Una, like that is really, really cool to have. Like the guts to have a business that's already really successful. We're like, no, like as in I want to like branch out now.
Yes, it's fab.
How do you have the headspace first? That's my main thing is watching it. I'm like, how is she doing
running
all this?
Running. A lot of running.
Really?
It literally gets me away from it all. But like that, like I have a few different companies, so they all work under 2210. But like one of them is we've a wholesale and we've massive corporates go out all of the time. So there's so much of the business behind the scenes that you don't see. But like I keep coming back to the team and like the people that are working in there. Like we have a brilliant team. Like they're literally like my family. I look forward to seeing them every day. Even if I do take a day off, I go in to see them, like, and they just know how to keep everything going. And if I didn't have that, and if I didn't have the foundations to be able to step away from it for a little time to be able to work on this project, you'd never be able to grow. Like if you're constantly working in the business, you're never going to be able to work on the business. And like I have so many dreams. Like that's only one of many, but like that's the next thing. That's exactly what we're working on now.
That's fantastic.
Can I ask, like, how's your mum doing now?
So mum, that's actually the hardest question that anyone ever asks. We've so during the summer, they let her home from the matter. They kind of there's no more treatment that we can get, and we're in the phase of we're lucky we have today, and nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. So like it's not easy. It's really difficult at the moment. We've good days, we've bad days. We used to be having good weeks and bad weeks, and now it's kind of we're back down to days. And do you know what, it makes you look at life and be so grateful for what we do have. A
different perspective now.
And do you know what I always say, and I know I'm always talking about business, but it's such a massive part of me, but like if I was going through, and I'm going to call it what it is, the absolute shit show that's going on at home with mum and watching what you're watching, I'm so lucky that my outlet is going in to do something that I absolutely love to do. And if I didn't have that, I don't know what I would do.
Because it brings your attention to that. It gives you a bit of headspace as well, as much as running does it as well.
Exactly.
It takes your attention away from that.
So.
Because your book is dedicated to your mum, and even in the Christmas section, she talks about like there's all like Mum's Christmas. The Christmas cake?
Yeah. And I like everything is mom's. I'm like,
but that is that's so fantastic. And I know you were saying the book, kind of the idea for it came about when you were going in with her treatment, before her treatment. But I just think it's fantastic, as in like it's come at a right time. And for her as well, like she must be, and the rest of your family. And I think I said this to Carl before, like I do love on your socials, like you're so proud, and you can see the love spilling out that you have for your family. Do you know the way? And I love that about you. It's a lovely quality.
We're really close, like the whole lot of us are now, and like that, like you can never show. I'm like, if anyone walked into our house, like you can never show our family. Like I'm sure you are like that as well, but like they are absolutely crazy because you can only show the nice bits. It's like every family, but like you're just like
every family is nuts,
cracked, absolutely cracked. Like we sit around the table and we honestly think we're the funniest people in the world, and I'm lads, like anyone heard us? I'm like, this is absolutely wild. Like, and like that, mom and my sisters and my brother, like we are probably like most annoyingly positive. Like we do tend to see the good in everything, and like we're like, so even we're going through like this shit show, like the jokes that they be throwing, that don't even be thrown. Like we're going through it and we're doing it our way, and we're enjoying every single day,
which is great.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful way to be, though.
Yeah.
You know? And like it is funny, like you have to be so kind of it just in general in life, you have to keep checking yourself, because it is so easy to get caught up in bollocks. And unfortunately, sometimes there are things that happen where they put you into a state where you check yourself.
Yes.
But even just, you know, for me, even listening to you, I'm like, right, do you know what? It is important to check yourself and remember what you have and what you're appreciative for.
Yeah. You know, it's like the other day, a woman came in and she was complaining that we have a big 12-seater table, and she was complaining that she wanted that table to herself because she wanted a table. And I was like, oh, do you know what? Have the table to yourself, because you actually have no problems if that's what you're worried about now.
Yes,
like, do you know, like that is the least of my
leave her
worries.
to it.
Yeah.
But your family must be so proud.
Yeah.
Like, they would never let me know it. Like
they'd
whip the legs and bring you back down straight away.
Would
like,
they?
oh my god,
Hilarious.
Oh, stop! No. Like
That's so funny.
I'd say they would struggle. Like the only thing they're looking forward to now is we're having like a little grand opening. They're like, oh, we're leaving the kids at home. We're having a great night out. Good woman, Una. And I'm like, no, lads, this is like a book launch and a grand opening. They're like, no, it's our night out without the kids. I don't know what you're like. It's not.
I'm actually going to ask you that one, because so how many nieces and nephews do you have now?
I have one niece and I have 5 nephews.
Okay, because you named 2210 after one.
Yes, so the oldest one.
Okay,
yeah.
Is there a bit of beef or competing beef?
They're not
between
old
the rest
enough
of
yet
them?
to know, but
that's fair enough.
They do keep throwing the godmother role at me, and I'm like, there's no percentages left for any more. I'm
right,
like, no,
like, you're going to have to start naming tray bakes and stuff after them and stuff. Okay, no, that's fair enough. I was just wondering, is there like a competitive streak between them all?
Connor is the lucky child, so he came in early. So his date of birth is the 2nd of the 2nd, 2010. And like at this stage, I was making cakes at like Mom's kitchen table at home.
Yes.
Like this was not a business. It was just kind of like a little creative thing that I wanted to do at home. So I didn't think it was going to be a thing.
Yes.
So now we're kind of like having the joke with him. He's 15 and he's kind of getting to that age, being like, oh God, when is he going to start going out? I was like, you can't go out in Mullingar because everyone knows your date of birth. So there, until you're 18, you're not getting in anywhere.
You're screwed.
I'm kind of coming back here slightly, but it's just more, I think it's so important for people to even hear the fact that you're saying, like, I don't have a business plan. I just like go with it. And the fact that you say you didn't think it was going to turn into something.
Yes.
Because I think with YouTube and stuff now, people are like, how do I start a business? Yes. And it's someone saying, oh, well, you need to come up with a business plan and you need to do this and you need to do that. And sometimes it's like, no, it's okay to fumble your way through it. And find your way.
I actually ChatGPT'd the other day how to build a business plan. I read through and I was like, Jesus.
Too much work.
He'd have to do that. It was time to do that. I wouldn't have time to write a business plan.
But you do it, Una. You do.
No, I obviously. So what I do is like we obviously have the pillars of the business, and I have a really good business mind. I'm not going to say that I don't. Like I do understand what's going on in every part of it, and I know what it takes to keep it going. But I like that. I will go in and chat to somebody, and then they're like, okay, right, we need to work on this, and this off what she said. Yeah. So it's not. But there's just no like massive structure to it as such, I'd say.
The structure's there. The pillars are there in your head.
See, a lack of structure is okay.
It's okay. Sometimes.
Not in a house with 3 children, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
4 children and the dog.
Okay, let's go on to our Lovie list questions. So we ask every guest this. We've had one guest. That's it. So this is just stuff where...
Probably going to be a bit more pressure now because you said that you didn't really look at the questions.
Oh, good. Good. Amazing.
Okay. I done what I done with the business plan. I read the first one. I was like, I'll be grand.
Yeah. And look, you said it's all there. It comes out. So
are these like quick ones?
No, not necessarily. Just
you can take a bit of time to think about them as well.
As in about 2 seconds.
All right.
Okay, wait. Right. First one, Lovie song, your favourite song.
Oh God, I'm really bad with names of songs, but
go on, sing it there first.
Oh Jesus, no. It's like a James Bay. It's a Alicia Keys cover on something. It's I love
Bay.
it. It's an Alicia Keys cover, but I can't remember the name of the song. And it wakes me up in the morning. It's my alarm, and I absolutely love it.
That's a bit jarring, as in like.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
doesn't-
such a
okay.
romantic, like, so I like all of my music is really like lovely.
And it never gets you sick of it because it's your alarm?
No.
Oh,
And
wow.
then when I'm out my run and it comes on, I'm like, oh my God, I love this song, even though I know it's going to come on because it's in my playlist.
Is it Us?
No,
Alicia Keys.
ain't something. Is there?
It's a cover.
It's a
If,
cover.
If I Ain't Got You.
Yes.
Okay, that is a good song.
Oh no,
That is a fab
No,
song.
sorry, that version of it is everything.
Okay, so that's like a Spotify session
Yes.
he's done on
Oh,
it.
it's beautiful.
That's niche. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, my playlist is very niche. So my playlist is very random. And if anyone ever listens to it, they're like, I've never heard that song before. Like, they've never, like, it's very random. So if I like a song, I like a song. I don't do it because of a person or whoever's singing
Okay.
it. And I have a playlist. I play it all the time when I'm running, when I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And then I get, like I said, I know exactly what's coming next. And then it comes on and I'm like, oh, I love that song. Like, it was a surprise. I'm like, you've heard it 3 million times.
Yeah.
I just love it. Yeah.
Sorry, you just like you take joy out of everything.
Everything. Yeah.
So lovely. Okay, next one. I think you might struggle with this. Your lovey food.
Or
Oh,
food.
sorry. This is so easy. Peanut butter and jam. Peanut
Like
butter and
as a
raspberry jam.
sandwich?
Oh no, sorry. Right. Nice bread, sourdough, toast it, butter, then crunchy peanut butter, raspberry jam, and a little bit of sea salt on top. Done.
Sorry.
Any
what?
sea salt? Okay, lovely. Any
bum.
preference on the jam? Like, as in, like, raspberry
Just has
jam?
to be raspberry. Like,
Doesn't matter what.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
okay,
it has to
okay.
be good
No,
raspberry jam.
That's a kind of a random concoction.
No, it's not.
And sea
No,
salt
it's-
on top
yeah.
of
Well, now
the
I would normally
filling,
put the
like-
sea salt on top of the peanut butter. Then I put the raspberry jam on top of it, but it has to be flaky sea salt as well.
So we
Yeah.
only recently bought like Malden sea salt.
Yeah,
on
you're
my
all
yeah.
on top of your porridge in the mornings. Oh, delicious!
What?
Yeah, porridge. So when you're making your porridge, put like frozen raspberries into it, bit of peanut butter then on it, a little bit of like chocolate if you want it, and sea salt, flaky sea salt.
Okay. No, my dad
Oh,
used to
the
put.
dream.
I remember we used to despise when Mum was away, and Dad used to make the porridge, and he would just put salt in it.
What?
No, lads, you have to season porridge. It's disgusting. But it
just
has
the
to be the
salt.
flaky sea salt and put it
Yes.
on the top of it. But porridge is so bland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
porridge
no,
is
porridge is
desperate.
bland.
Unless
Yeah.
Like,
we
if
put
I'm
cinnamon
given-
into ours every morning.
Yeah,
Cinnamon-
yeah, but try the salt.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not salt, not like low salt or table salt or whatever.
Yeah,
It has to be flaky salt.
flaky
yeah.
sea
Okay.
salt.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
And
Google
And when you
salt.
when you
Yeah, yeah.
explained that to me there, I was like, oh, that's nice. But I just initially I was like,
Well,
ugh.
yeah, I know. I saw
Brought
your
me
face.
back,
I was
yeah.
like, I really
I
have
was
to.
literally like, speed up, Una, please. Okay, and then Lovey place. So the place that makes you feel most happy.
Oh, me and Mam, the first place coming to me is me and Mam go down to Wexford, and at Seafield they have a little private beach.
Yes.
And so many times we've just sat there for hours
Lovely.
and like just read books at Wexford Strawberries, and it's just my special place.
Lovely.
Amazing.
Okay, that's lovely.
You're a lovely person. I think I know what the answer's going to
So
be.
who
George, my dog.
Your dog? Okay,
Dog,
okay. Very good. Yes.
Can that be a person? Yeah.
It could be a
Yeah.
person,
It could be a
dog,
person,
anything,
yeah.
whatever.
Because
yeah.
we do have a lovely thing.
Oh,
Your favorite thing.
thing. What's my
The
favorite
thing that sparks joy.
Ooh, oh, my lovely thing. Would it be my range at home? Oh my God, no! I that's too old. What age am I? I can't be
No,
saying that.
no,
this is
no.
good.
Yeah.
My cooker. I love my cooker.
Well, then there you go.
I love it. I got a. Now I'm absolute pure notions, but when I was doing my house, my dream since I was so young was to have a Lacanche range. They're absolutely stunning. They're beautiful. But they're class to use, and I didn't care if I didn't have anything else wrapped around it. I just wanted
just
that
wanted
range.
that?
That range was always part of the plan,
Wow.
and I use it 10 times a day, and I absolutely love it.
You've also got
Yeah,
Well,
no,
not a bit
that's-
of-
No, sorry, that's notions. The next thing you're going to say.
yeah, and I'm trying to think, would stick be the right word? It was more people were intrigued, as in, so above your range you
Yeah.
have. When you explain it
So
better than me.
there's like a tap, but it's very pretty. But also it comes off the wall and
Yeah.
it'll hit every saucepan on the range, so you can fill it up.
Oh,
Now,
that's cool.
Sorry,
So
I've
it's
seen.
like your hot taps that you can think, except it's above your cooker.
It's above my cooker. So
Yes.
if you see, like, I've seen Mam like carry a big pot of potatoes
Yeah.
full of water over to the
Yeah.
cooker.
You
and
don't
pour
have to
it
do
over.
that.
Like, no, make
Yes.
it easy for yourself.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's kind
I
of
remember seeing it online. I was like, what? I was like, but this is so interesting.
Yeah.
Why would
I
you
know,
not? Yeah,
I
yeah.
know, absolutely
It's
no
fab,
need, but
though.
love
It is absolutely
because
fab.
I'd be always cooking pots of potatoes, you know.
That's the type of thing I would
Me,
see
I love
online,
my
like,
potatoes.
We need this for the kitchen. And I should be like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm telling you now, our life will be exponentially
Like,
better if we
literally.
get that.
Yeah, it was one of those.
At
Oh.
least she is though in a kitchen.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
No, but I'm a huge believer in like the cost of convenience.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, this might be a bit more expensive, but like the return on it is definitely worth it.
What's your favorite thing to bake?
Do you know what? I love working with dough, so I'm thinking brioche. And now we have like a new machine that rolls it out for us.
Is this the thing with oh wow.
Oh, that's lightsaver.
I haven't seen that. I'm wondering.
Now, also, when I first used it, I was like, oh, press that button and the dough goes through it fucking straight off onto the ground. I was like, oh, Jesus, I'm after losing a big batch of dough. Went again. I was like, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Straight away, boom, straight off.
You're lying. You sold at half price.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that's fun. But no, I like making any sort of brioche or cinnamon rolls and stuff like that. It is enjoyable. It's like really like hands-on. Now, my cakes, I love doing wedding cakes. Like that's always going to be my thing. Like in my zone, make a massive mess around me. So either one of them.
And is that like when it comes to the cakes and stuff? Do you kind of like? Is it a case of just lock yourself in a room and just like get lost in it, or hey?
So you're actually, you could have about 200 people around you and you still don't eat. Like you're just so zoned in on what you're doing and you get so creative and you get really excited about it. I don't know, it's maybe like when you do your nerdy things, like with all of the wires and the things, and you just, do you know, like it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, you just know what you're doing, you know what it's meant to look like. You're in your head, you're following a vision, but like nobody else has the vision. So you just you. And then you turn around and you step back and you're like, oh my God, the mess I'm after making. You don't even realise you're doing it in the middle of it. So it is. It's like completely get away from everything.
Can I just ask a quick question? Because I suppose even from looking at you, Carl, as in how, and this is off tangent of the whole Lovie list questions, we had to start getting to a point where like Carl had gone through so many things in his career that it was just all happening so fast. And I was like, right, we just need to start, like we weren't celebrating or taking stock. So like there'd be moments where like, even if we were away with the kids, I'm like, right, pack them into the car, we'll take a minute just to stand together and like look out to sea, or like just take that moment. Or if something has happened at work, we're like, right, we're opening on a glass of no Secco and we're cheersing with that.
Yeah.
Like, do you get time to take stock for yourself?
I'm going to say most recently no, because I've been asked this question quite a lot over the last couple of weeks, and I think I'm definitely sitting in a lot of adrenaline at the moment because there was so much happening. Yeah. And then, is it an Irish thing that we just can't allow ourselves to be proud of what we do? And it's just like straight on to the next thing. If someone says, oh, well done to me, I'm like, oh, well, now there's still so much to be done. Like, you know, it's not like, oh, well, thank you very much. Like, I appreciate that. You're constantly, and for me, I'm constantly thinking of the next thing. I wish I was a little bit better at sitting in it. Now, I won't lie. We got, obviously everything went on for the last 7 or 8 months of building everything and writing a book and doing the whole shebang. And then the other day someone put a shelf on the wall. Well, I bawled. It was like it just hit me because it looked like a kitchen, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted shelves in my first bakery, in the very first one that I wanted. Right. So then when I saw them going up so easily this time, I was like, that took me years to be able to afford a shelf to put it up on the wall, and now it's just a thing that's done like that.
Wow.
So that got me.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Una, honestly, we've known you for a few years, and I always talk about this, people who are radiators and people who are drainers. But like, you are someone who, even just following you online, I find myself in better form having watched you. Yeah. And like being in your presence, I am in better form having watched you. Like, you're just a lovely person to be around. And you're one of those people, you look at her getting uncomfortable now. You're one of those
Get me out of here. I'm like literally sliding off the chair, being like, stop.
No, but it is really lovely to see like the success of your business, because I will continue to eat those delicious treats as long as I will live. So.
And I will continue to make them.
Una, sorry, before we kind of finish up, we need to you need to plug the book. What's the name of it?
So it's Good Together, and it's out in all good bookstores in Ireland, and
And
go
also, make sure you call in to 2210 in Mullingar and in Paris Court in Dublin, or make an order online. Yeah. Lads, I promise you. What do you still sell the one that I love?
The Kinder Cookie Crumble?
Yeah, for online.
Yeah, but we'll do a little special now. I'll put something up for this, and we'll throw them up.
I promise you.
If you want a Carol special, I'll organise this. Now the girls are going to be like, I'm like, no, we'll organise this, and you get them delivered to your house anywhere in Ireland. So you order one day and you'll get them the next day.
There you go.
I'm telling you this now. You know the way Dubai chocolate went viral? That is the next thing to go viral worldwide. They're sensational. Una, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me.